The world as we know it has been upended. The question is, will the ICT organization stay right side up? Recent events aside, the digital age is upon us. Digitization has moved network value from the data center to the network edge. How can the ICT organization remain aligned, secure, and agile? The network edge has become as important as the network core. According to Gartner, a crazy variety of some 21 billion connected things are at this moment collecting data and performing all sorts of tasks. Remain aligned, secure, agile. Welcome to ICT Excellence, making ICT work for the organization. In this video, we will discuss an overview of STEAM. STEAM is an acronym for Strategic Technology Enterprise Asset Management. STEAM is not an app, a framework, or a software package. STEAM is a methodology designed to assist with the unraveling of the complexity of ICT configuration items, to promote ICT management best practices. Aligned, secure, and agile. We now turn to understanding the genesis of Strategic Technology Enterprise Asset Management. Traditionally, asset management encompasses the planning, procurement, use, maintenance, modification, and retirement or disposal of objects necessary for the achievement of the goals of an organization. These are the attributes of traditional asset management. Plan purchases in accordance with CapEx budgets. Procure in terms of fit-for-use specifications. Deploy them for maximum return. Manage their maintenance and modification. Retire them in terms of business principles. Enterprise asset management refers to the management of the assets across departments, locations, and facilities, and most importantly, business units. Turning to the attributes of enterprise asset management, enterprise asset management promotes identifying organizational dependence on the relationships between technology assets, manage asset life cycle costs in terms of budget availability, determine asset refresh cycles in concert with organization's strategic direction. By managing assets across the facility, organizations can improve utilization and performance, reduce capital costs, reduce asset-related operating costs, extend asset life and subsequently improve return on assets. Whilst enterprise asset management is a best practice and structured approach, the management rhythm within this structure is faced with potential disruption unless assets are classified and managed in terms of unique technological status, maintenance, and performance metrics. Technology enterprise asset management represents the direct link between enterprise asset management and using technology to advance the strategic direction of the organization. Without fastidious configuration management of technology assets, none of the other attributes of technology asset management have meaning. Management of the up and downstream dependencies that persist between technology components is a natural consequence of configuration management. Business service management is a natural consequence of configuration and dependency management. All of the above attributes will ensure a healthy bidirectional and very necessary relationship between the ICT organization and the enterprise architects. The STEAM approach differs from the traditional asset management approach in that it presents an expanded view of the assets held by the organization. Let's examine a representation of the expanded view of asset management. This expanded view, referred to as the Conceptual ICT Business Service Delivery Framework, consists of three distinct asset management layers. These layers represent the primary elements of ICT strategic program management. The first of the three layers is referred to as the Managed Change Spectrum. The second layer is referred to as the business service continuity layer. The third, and final layer, is referred to as the ICT business alignment layer. We now turn to the three primary elements of the managed change spectrum. Configuration management system. The first element of the managed change spectrum is the configuration management system. This element is the cornerstone of a world-class ICT infrastructure, ensuring the following strategic essentials: ICT staff productivity increase, user productivity increase, ICT cost reduction, continuous delivery of ICT services. ICT configuration item management. A configuration management item may be defined as a single entity in the configuration management system that needs to be managed in order to deliver an ICT service. An important characteristic of this element of the managed change spectrum is that it is at the heart of change management, and more importantly, it underpins ICT security management. The last element of the managed change spectrum is the ICT governance framework. ICT governance is a formal framework providing a structure for organizations to ensure that ICT investments support business objectives. Essentially, ICT governance provides a structure for aligning ICT strategy with organizational strategy. The high-level attributes of ICT governance may be described as standards, policies, procedures, skills, and metrics. Now we turn to the first element of the second layer of ICT strategic program management: business requirements. Business requirements, in the ICT sense, may be described as the concept of documenting the ICT requirements of organizational executives, managers, employees, customers and vendors. This applies to both software development and acquisition, as well as the procurement and deployment of hardware. Business rules, in concert with business requirements, constitute the pillars of business service continuity. Business rules are statements delineating what is and is not permitted in the organization. They may also outline the criteria and conditions for making a decision. In the main, business requirements are actions that need to be effected to enable the implementation of and compliance with a business rule. Business rules are characterized by conditions and related actions. Central to business service continuity, and at the heart of ICT strategic program management, is the ICT management frameworks and domains element. ICT management frameworks serve to bring structure to the myriad tasks that ICT personnel have to perform on an almost hourly basis. Their worth can never be overestimated, because they offer guidance and process relevant to that facet of the ICT infrastructure they seek to address. Examples are COBIT, ITIL, various ISO iterations, Six Sigma, Prince2, PMBOK, and many others. ICT management domains differ from frameworks in that they address the operational aspects of ICT infrastructure management. These include applications management, service management, infrastructure management, project management, change management, problem management, incident management. Essentially, the domains use framework structures to delineate points of reference. Next, we address the strategic objective of ICT strategic program management: business information delivery. Efficient business information delivery is the hallmark of ICT excellence. The business information delivery cycle is the focal point of ICT strategic program management. It comprises of two sub-elements, namely data management and information distribution. Data management is characterized by 4 stages: acquisition, classification, retention, and retrieval. Information distribution excellence promotes 4 organizational objectives: what is needed, when it is needed, where it is needed, and lastly, as it is needed. Achieving these 4 information distribution objectives will ensure that the ICT infrastructure management practices protect operational integrity, support business strategy, close observation of the elements of the layers of ICT strategic program management indicates that some of them have a direct influence on ICT business service delivery. ICT configuration item management is influenced by the configuration management system and the ICT governance framework. ICT management frameworks and domains are influenced by business requirements and business rules. ICT configuration item management influences ICT management frameworks and domains, which in turn influences the information management system. Apart from those elements which act as influencers, there are others which act in support of the influencing elements. The first of these is the data management element of the business information delivery cycle. This element supports the business requirements. Business requirements, in turn, have a bidirectional relationship with configuration management, ensuring operational integrity. Next, information distribution acts in support of the business rules. Finally, there is the business rules element, which exhibits a bidirectional relationship with the ICT governance framework, ensuring compliance with the business strategy. Adopting the STEAM methodology will assist in ensuring that the ICT infrastructure remains secure, aligned, and agile. Waypoint 1. Take time to understand the complexity of the modern ICT infrastructure. Waypoint 2. Develop knowledge about the strategic purpose of management frameworks and of their value in unraveling complexity. Waypoint 3. Use your knowledge of management frameworks to develop sustained processes, structured initiatives, strategic alignment. Follow this process, and the quest for ICT excellence will be successful.